What's up, all my devil dogs? It's your boy Sean Otley, Strength Corps Iron 5-Star General. Decided to do this video outside for you guys today. I know it's not super bright and early or anything. It's about, what, 7:30? But I decided, let me go ahead and knock out this Random Topic Tuesday. I appreciate everybody who went ahead and actually commented on the Facebook post. I'll be doing these, maybe not every week. The series is really popular, but I'll try and get them coming as often as I can. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try and get this done in actually 7 minutes and under. Last video I said 5 minutes and it ended up being 10 minutes. I'm gonna shoot for 7, so don't expect super long answers, but I'm gonna answer them to the best of my ability. I think there's about 13 questions, so without further ado, let's get to them. All right, first one from Mike Dowdy. Are BCAAs that big of a deal? Absolutely not. BCAAs are a supplement. It's not something you absolutely need. And truth be told, even with BCAAs, it's more so the leucine than anything that's giving you any sort of benefit. As long as you're eating enough protein in your meals throughout your day, you really don't have to supplement BCAAs. I mean, it's cool. It's like an insurance policy, but absolutely not necessary. Nathaniel Quillen, posing. He didn't really say too much. Posing can help with mind-muscle connection, because if you think about it, when you're posing and flexing your muscles, that's exactly what you want to do when you're working out. You're basically just flexing but adding weight. And by flexing with that resistance over time, building up the weight, your muscles get bigger. It's very simple, it's science. Cost of stepping on stage, is it worth it? By Sunny Joshi. I hope I'm not butchering these names. Stepping on stage, it's very costly. Is it worth it? It really depends on whether or not the reason that you're stepping on stage is worth it. So if you're somebody who is just doing it for the fun of it, and it's not really something that's financially conducive to you, I don't recommend it. But if it's something that may help you, if you're like in the fitness industry, or you're trying to make a name for yourself, and you think that that little bit of spotlight and possibly placing will do any benefit for you, then it can definitely be a benefit, because it's not cheap to compete. Competing is very costly. We're talking hundreds of dollars for something like a plastic trophy sometimes, so definitely consider that. Now, Mateo Love Brown Jr. did ask about a condition called myasthenia gravis while training. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna go ahead and answer this question. I highly recommend you talk to a physician, which I'm not, and I don't need to be held liable for anything like that, so I apologize for not being able to answer your question. Liam Anderton, diet tips. If I had to give 3 tips on diet, it would be this: drink plenty of water, get plenty of sleep, and train very hard. Three very simple things, but a lot of 3 simple things that people mess up. People like to taper back on their training when they're dieting. Train like you're trying to build. Always train hard no matter what. Sleep becomes even more important, because your body's under enough stress. Not having enough calories and not having enough sleep too is just gonna really put you in a bad mood and really raise your cortisol levels. And then, of course, you gotta be drinking water. Water is what keeps you nice and hydrated. When you're dehydrated, you could be fatigued, you'll feel hungry sometimes. So water, sleep, training. Starvation mode, upping calories to lose more weight. This is John Yu. He asked me about this before. So pretty much how that works is, a lot of times you might be in too much of a caloric deficit, and so your body learns how to operate on those low amount of calories. So what you want to do to compensate for that is slowly up your calories. So let's just say you're taking in about 1,500 calories, and that's way too little for you. You slowly up your weight maybe up to 2,500, and then taper back to 2,000. Now your body becomes efficient at 2,500, and when you taper back to 2,000, your body starts losing weight. What you want to do is maybe every 7 to 14 days have like a refeed or a cheat meal or a cheat day, so you can up the calories so that your body can continue to regulate leptin and ghrelin correctly, which is the hormones responsible for pretty much hunger and things of that nature. So it's kind of confusing. It's hard to say this in a few seconds, but definitely you can up your calories and end up losing weight, to be honest. Okay guys, so next question is gonna come from Andre Falcon, longtime supporter. Really appreciate your question, man. Okay, as my channel grows, have I ever thought about endorsing my own brand of pre-workout or protein, and what would I name them? I have thought about, getting my own supplements maybe in the future, maybe the distant future. I would only do stuff that I actually take. So, if it's some like product out there like that I'm not a believer in, I'm not gonna come out with something. I am a big believer in fat burners. I do like pre-workout, I do like protein powder. BCAAs I'm on the fence about, but the name I would actually have for my protein powder is dope, and I'm gonna be naming my next bulking series after that. And to keep somebody from YouTube stealing, because that's like a thing on YouTube, people just steal people's stuff. I'm not gonna tell you the name, but if I was to have a fat burner, I'd name it after my cutting series, No Cuts, No Glory Fat Burner. Tell me that wouldn't sell on the shelves. Next question comes from Rudy Moore, another longtime supporter. Working out with the opposite sex, good or bad idea? Depends on what you mean by good or bad idea. If you're talking about good idea or bad idea, in the terms of just working out. Women actually, if they're near your training age, like if you're not working out with someone who's a novice, if they're on about the same level as you, to be honest, women actually recover a lot quicker. They actually have a lot higher endurance, so they actually recover a lot quicker than men do. So if you're actually working out with a girl and she recovers and she's like, oh, let's go, next set, it's because they actually have a higher threshold for, you know, recovery than a guy does. Now, if you're just talking about relationship-wise, it depends. If you have a lady and you're training out with a girl just because she looks good, I highly recommend against that. That's really gonna give you issues. Hey, Mom. But if you're just training just to be friendly and you're just trying to, you know, get a good friendly workout in, maybe teach the girl something, maybe have her teach you something, then there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you don't have like a super jealous significant other. If you have somebody who's comfortable with you, you make them comfortable, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, okay? We live in a world where it's like men and women can't be friends. It's like they always have to be more than that. That's not true at all. K Breezy Whitehorn Jr. He asked basically what the best exercise for best curl exercise is. Long question, but pretty much what the best curl exercise is. I'm gonna have to go with incline Zodaman curls. Now, if you don't know what a Zodaman curl is, it's basically where you come down, you come up, right? Let me see if I can get this. You come up, right? You twist and come back down. If you're doing that on an incline, you're getting a lot more of a stretch in the bicep. You're getting the twisting motion, which is also, if you twist, you see how my bicep actually activates right there from the twist. And then of course, when you're coming down this way on the negative, you're actually working those forearms too. And the thing over here, what's it called? The brachialis. I had a brain fart for a second. But yes, those are my favorite things. I haven't done those on video. Maybe my next arm day, I'll put that on a video and maybe show you guys how to do them. Darren Campbell asks, I see idiots wearing the altitude mask while weight training. Can I explain basically, you know, why it's not good? So pretty much, it's pretty much like saying, oh, you train at a higher altitude so that you're breathing better. But the thing is, because we don't live in a higher altitude, most people don't, unless you're living in like Denver or like Colorado somewhere, you know, like over there where there's like mountains and stuff. Like over here, we're like below sea level. It doesn't really benefit you, especially if you're doing anything anaerobic, because you're not using oxygen anyway. So, I mean, there's a lot of studies that actually show that those things actually decrease performance. But hey, I mean, they're making a buck, they're doing their thing. But if I had to say use them or not, save your money. Some things are expensive. Jeremy Canucci, all right, he said, what's the 10 best ways to relax while not on the grind? For sake of time, I'm gonna give you 3 things I like to do when I'm not on the grind, just to, you know, 10, I'll be here forever. I like to play video games. I love going out like to try new restaurants. And I like to just chill with my friends or family or loved ones or anything like that. I just really like to, you know, to just really chill out. You guys have seen in my vlogs, I like going places with my girlfriend. I'll go to the zoo, I'll hang out with Nate, I'll go hang out with my boys at the club. I'm really down to do anything. I'm just trying to live life and really not regret anything and just have fun and work hard too when it's time to work hard. But when it's time to relax and just take it easy, man, I really learned that that's really important. I used to be really into just, you know, grind, but you gotta take time to step back, relax, and enjoy the things around you. AJ Aponte, when you doing a collab with John Cannon, I'm actually maybe thinking if he's doing the Strength Camp Challenge, if he's gonna come to Tampa for that, we probably would do a collab then. Or if Chris ever decides to come to Miami, he loves LA apparently, then we'll probably do a collab while John is down here in Miami. But that'll happen again in the future. I mean, we had one collab, but it definitely wasn't what I would like it to be. I want it to be epic the next time. So, John, if and when you watch this video, we gotta make this happen, man, sometime in the near future. Okay, last question, guys, comes from Matthew Martin, all right? Appreciate it. Last but not least. He pretty much asked, he doesn't have a lot of time to, you know, focus on his biceps because his coach doesn't like him doing bodybuilding exercises. He wants to focus more on strength because he's a performance athlete, is what I'm thinking. And he's asking if calisthenics could basically help him. Well, let me tell you this, man. If you're a performance athlete, you don't really need to focus on biceps. You really should be focusing on the big power movements, the big strength compounds, because that's what's gonna help you out in whatever sport that you're doing. But if you're really interested in trying to build up your biceps, you don't need a whole bunch of volume. I would say this, if you can squeeze in, like at the end of your workouts, even 5 to 10 minutes, just do some regular curls, or even go buy some dumbbells from Walmart or whatever and just use them, right? Until you just can build up a little bit, then buy the next set or the next set, or just find time to go to, you know, any little gym. It doesn't have to be a big commercial gym, and just find weights and just do a little biceps. I mean, that's not gonna kill you. But I would say, really, if you're a performance athlete, you don't really have to worry about your biceps, man. By doing other exercises, they're gonna grow. Maybe not as quick, but they're gonna come, okay? That's all the questions, guys. All 13 were answered. I appreciate everybody, as always, for you know, participating and commenting on the Facebook page. I'll be doing these, like I said, a little more often. Might do one next week, might do something different. I don't know. I kind of go with the flow. That just rhymed. I got bars. Don't forget to order, subscribe, and share, like, and comment. Till next time, my devil dogs. Dismissed.